now Drake has filed federal defamation lawsuit against UMG over not they're not like us. So a sportsman from Universal tell TMZ that not only are these claims are untrue, but the notion that we would seek to harm the reputation of any artist, like let alone Drake. We have invested massively in his music, and our employees around the world have worked tirelessly for many years to help him achieve historic commercial and personal financial success. Throughout his career, Drake has intentionally and successfully used Universal to distribute his music, poetry, to engage in controversial, outrageous back and forth rap battles, to express his feelings about other artists. He now seeks to weaponize the legal process to silence an artist's creativity, explanations, and to seek damages from Universal for distributing that artist's music. We have not and do not engage in defamation against any individuals come from Universal. At the same time, we are want to defend and to protect our people and reputation, as well as any artist who might directly or indirectly become volatile against us targeting us for having done nothing more than write a song. So yeah, Drake is not backing down in the war against his own label. In fact, he's now up the apple of suing them. Let me see. Drake claims his label was doing everything it could to pump up the Kendrick Lamar single "They're Not Like Us" because it knew it had devalued his music and brand, and therefore giving Universal leverage in future contract negotiations with Drake. So keep in mind, Drake last Universal contract signed in 2022 was a blockbuster deal worth a reported $400 million. So yeah, man, Drake is not playing. He's 2025. He is coming strong in his label, and he has filed a federal lawsuit against Universal, which is crazy. Go ahead, Ronnie. Man, what's your take with Drake? Filing a federal lawsuit against Universal.
The whole purpose of Drake pretty much filed a lawsuit because the simple fact is he said the label was backing Kendrick Lamar and pushing for the Not Like Us, because Not Like Us right now is streaming over 1 billion listeners. I think when it first came out, it generated over 1 billion listeners. So all the this track, everything, people heard it, and people was playing that record over and over and over and over again. So Drake was upset that the label was pushing it more forward, and then that was hurting his pretty much his repetition. So at the end of the day, he felt okay. Now I'm trying to fight back. The only way I can fight back is with this lawsuit. Is me not going after Kendrick Lamar, but me going after the record label because they was the one that pushed it forward. I think this is a weak move from Drake. Cause Drake, I understand something. When you're in a rap battle or when you beefing, sometimes it will go left. You gotta understand that's how the game goes. That's how the rap game is. It get nasty, it get messy sometimes. But at the end of the day, you still come together and become one. So if you see that Kendrick Lamar diss you real bad, then Drake, you gotta step your game up. You gotta diss him real bad and diss him hard. You see Kendrick Lamar right now not trying to file a lawsuit against his label and not against Drake because he understands what the rap game is all about. Go right ahead, I King.
So for me, I'm looking at it from this standpoint. The thing I'm a bit confused about is it was a rap battle. But the thing is, I'm not sure how Universal can be pumping Kendrick when I was under the impression that he was independent. Unless I could be wrong. I could be wrong and I don't want to miss my words, but I was under the impression he was independent, so I wouldn't know the conspiracy behind him trying to devalue his music so they can give him a lower deal. But hey, more power to you. This is why, regardless of how the game is, some things ain't fair. Life ain't fair, so we just got to deal with it.
It's just odd for me that when Drake and Universal don't make they made so much money, so much money, so much money, that he had signed that $400 million deal and everything, and it's just hard for me to see Universal, they'll try to defraud Drake like that because out of any artist that Universal has. If there's a hot song, doesn't matter if somebody beefing with each other. If it's gonna make some money, if it's gonna get hit a lot of streams, they not like us did, last year. Yeah, I mean that's their duty, Universal and Kendrick are in the contract as well and everything. So, I don't think Universal, it's trying to put Drake down or something like that. It's This is a part of the rap game, This is a part of the rap battle, one of the things about when it comes to the rap battle, if you have a hot song, that's kind of in the beef of you beefing somebody, and and everybody's is listening to it, and it's one of the biggest hits of 2024. Then Drake got to take the L. It happens, I think Drake, he's like I said, he's when it comes to numbers, when it comes to the awards, nominations, he's one of the best of the best. When it comes to accolades and everything, and his streams and everything, his is like far by none. But when it comes to rap battles, and when it comes to numbers, when it comes to people liking the music and song, They Like Us was a big hit, and it's been a big hit, and that's why one of the reasons that Drake was picked for the Super Bowl, because he had an amazing year. If you want the hottest rappers or hottest entertainers or musicians of 2024, you will get a lot of love, you will get a lot of appreciation, and it kind of push you or see what's next to come in 2025. As you see, Kendrick Lamar came out with an album last month, and he's prepared for the Super Bowl in less than a month from now, and right now he's a big star. When it comes to Drake, to me this is a weak move. I would, if I was Drake, I'll try to prepare myself, making a comeback in 2025. But to file a lawsuit against your label because you think you push a number for They Not Like Us, and y'all both is in the same label, and then Universal, is doing their part to work with both of you and try you guys to make the best, to work as partnership and to make money for one each other. It's just it's kind of hard to look like if I was having a label and I'm beefing with somebody, and if that person made a hot a hot song that has in the summertime, and if people like it, that means that people like it. It has nothing to do with this my label, because people not to saying it, because people not to saying it from the radio, they saying it on the internet, Instagram, TikTok, all of that type of thing. So I just think it's a weak move for Drake, and he just taking the wrong approach of suing his own record label.
Yo, I got to do no, didn't mean to cut you off. So Kendrick is distributing his music under P Lang, which is his own label, and it's licensed to Interscope. Interscope is owned by Universal Music Group.
Shout out to the lovely Sherry Bryan. Shout out to the lovely Bobby Bryan, that's also in the building. And now that, shout out to Mr. Dollar, that's also in the building. He gave me and Jordan 1,000 points. I like that. I appreciate that. And now that Dollar, shout out to LeBron James.
I bet you will lose 1,000 points on the next topic we talk about.
Well, probably so. No, but I think Drake right now, he's being weak right now. To me, I don't think he should sue no label. It's a part of the rap game. That's how the rap game goes. He should know that when he got into it. He's an artist. The best way to counterattack that, drop another single and put him right back on his back. But he's clapping back, but he's just clapping back in the wrong reasons. And I think that's what makes him right now looking weak. I'm not a Drake fan, so I know some people that's a Drake fan agree with what he's doing, but I don't like what he's doing right now. I think that's a weak move. He should have did a different route. And now that Hakeem and Jordan, I was going to ask you guys a question too. Can you think it's some form of jealousy right now? Because Kendrick Lamar is hot right now because of the song "Not Like Us."
Yeah, I'll say yeah because Drake is so used to being on top. He's been on top for the last over a decade or so. It's just I think it hurts his pride that that he sees that somebody who's been in rap game as long as Drake has, that once he lost that battle because of they like us, that it you know, they like us, which it just took to another level, not to the city of LA, but all over America and everything. As you can see that to Kendrick Lamar, you know, he did a concert here in LA in Inglewood, and everybody came out from LeBron, fellow rappers from the West Coast and everything. And you can see that, you know, that Drake, Drake sees that people that, you know, that he talks to, or he hangs around with from time to time and everything. He sees that, you know, a lot of people like it, they like us, and I think, you know, it just hurts Drake pride that, you know, Kendrick get all this love, like this major love, and Drake is like, you know, he feels some type of way because, you know, because he been with, like say, how I came around. Once you be on top, you stay on top, and then you kind of get kicked off the top because they like us, and you didn't have a hot song. For Drake, I think it hurt his pride a little bit. Go ahead. What's your take on it, Hakeem?
I honestly don't think. You see, for me, I think the biggest issue was the battle, but I think his biggest problem when they started to put those 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 P allegations against him. You feel me? And I
I get
think
what you're saying, Hakeem.
that's when he was really upset. Like everything else was cool until they start calling him that P word. Because you know I'm trying to be sensitive because it's YouTube.
Correct. I know you're
You know
talking
what I
about.
mean?
Yes.
That power word. You know what I mean? So I think he was like, "Oh, y'all messing up. They messed up his money because everybody ran with it." But then I also got to look at it from this point. If 60%, because not everybody, if 60% was quickly to jump on Drake and call him the P word, then that must mean we had a lot of people who had different sentiments about him from the get-go. You have a lot of artists who don't like him, and you have a lot of fans who don't like him. So it's like he only appealed to a certain demographic of people. We know that's true. So the people who don't care about him, and I'm gonna be very frank, is black people. Black people never really rocked with him like that. We never really like quote his songs or say that. You got some few guys who might like him, but overall, when we start talking about who they love, Future, ASAP Rocky, everybody who he has beef with, average person in the hood was like, "Oh, I'm bumping him all day. I'm Dirty Sprite too." Rick Ross, what's it? Metro, like you name it. Who they so in general, black people didn't like him, but Drake never appeased to black people. That wasn't his thing. You know what I mean? In certain sentiments. So hey.
Man, good take. Good take. Good take. Like, share, and subscribe, guys.
Oh,
Don't forget
shout
to hit
outs
that
to Jalen.
notification bell. Yeah, I already know. I already shout out to Jalen. She be watching in the cloud. Don't forget to hit that notification bell so you never miss it when we go live. Shout out to those watching right now on YouTube. 31 people watching right now on YouTube. Shout out to 20 people right now watching us on ads. We really do greatly appreciate it. 5 people right now watching us on Instagram. Thank you guys so much for tuning in. Thank you guys so much for tuning in. Now that, but shout out to the lovely Sophia Grace. That's also in the building. And we also say hi, Jalen. And also we always say hello to the lovely Sherry Bryan. That's also in the building. She said right now she's on vacation, but she be watching the recap, and she love us. That's all that matters. We love you too. That's all that matters.
Thank you,
So,
Sherry.
you know what I'm saying? Enjoy your vacation. Sure, we might need to take another vacation. I can't. Dollar said you lost another 500 points. I don't know what you did.
Oh, hey, he said, no, Drake is so sensitive, 360 and all the way around, Hakeem. You get 500. Yo, look, dialogue. I was trying to look at it from a different perspective. You know what I'm saying? I'm not saying, like, let's get something straight. Drake has done a lot of foul stuff in the industry. Let's get that straight. He has slept with a lot of people's girls. Let's straight up and down.
Including Little Wayne's allegedly. Go ahead.
Including Lil Wayne. So he has no loyalty when it comes to that. He's driven by that. You know what I mean? So there is a certain ego complex about him. So I definitely understand that. But I'm also going to agree with Jordan and Ron, where there might be a sentiment of him mad that he's not on top like that, or he just lost his battle. This is the second battle he lost. Pusha T in this one.
Hmm.
And I think a
You
lot of
guys
people
already.
forget Pusha T because